ピルスラッシュ。パラダイス。
あれ、これから用事でもあんの？あれ、これから用事でもあんの？じゃあ帰ってこれ。これから用事でもあんの？じゃあ帰って、あれ、これから用事でもあんの？じゃあ帰ってきたらまた遊んでよ。それまで俺は外でもブラブラしてくっかな。
終わった？じゃあ何か食べよう、今すぐ。
ピルスラッシュ。
Hello. We keep having to reconnect. Something's up with the connection today. I don't like that. That doesn't seem well. But anyway, today we're going to be continuing Paradise. I am just waiting for my tea. Yeah, I was a little under the weather last week, so I had to cancel stream, but we are here this week. Hello. Hello, kitty. Do you want to be part of the stream? Hi. Hello. My orange cat thinks that he needs to be part of the stream today. Hello. Yeah, hello. Okay, there we go. With Paradise. Like, okay, I just had to post a notification up. I forgot to. Alright, if it is doing okay, we'll continue with the stream. Is it still reconnecting? Nah, it looks like it's fine. Alright. My cat has climbed up on my shoulder, by the way. And he's up here, he's happy. But I'm gonna have to get up in a minute. Okay, but we are continuing Paradise today. It's been a while since we played last, I know, but we are going to be continuing the story today. We left off with being stranded on the... Where you going now? Where you going now, silly cat? We left off being stranded on an island that was supposed to just be a lovely little getaway, but instead it has become a bit of a nightmare. Right, kitty kitty? Alright. Do. Game capture. There we go. Here, let me make it a little bit bigger. Haha. Okay. Alright, all the audio seems to be doing good. If something happens and you guys can't hear one of the audios well, please let me know and I'll fix it right away. Okay, where did we leave off at? Alright, I have my tea steeping. I gotta have my tea during live streams or my throat gets all torn up. I miscalculated today. Alrighty then. Yeah, if there's any fresh stuff, could you put it in that plastic box and stick it in the freezer? Sure thing. Oh yeah! We're all getting together like any of the food that we have left and putting it like in a big bunch to try to like ration it correctly. Because the food truck or the food boat that's supposed to come by and give us extra supplies never came. Matsuga had set up 3 fridges inside his cabin. He organized our resources as everyone else bustled in and out, bringing over boxes and plastic bags of food and ingredients. Looks like we've collected a decent amount. I have a bunch of leftover rice to add. I basically didn't touch it. That's great. We gotta have our staples. If you could put the rice over there. Sorry, I didn't have much left, but I brought everything I could find. Huh? Whoa, you weren't kidding. You must eat like a pig. Yeah, Sorry. Hey, if he has a high metabolism, it's not his fault, buddy. Don't pick on the baby. Takara's shoulders drooped guiltily. Nah, don't worry about it. It's understandable. After all, you're still a growing boy. Right. I tried to cheer him up with a teasing comment, but Takara's expression remained dark. Soon after, the foursome brought over their supplies too, but none of them had much left. No surprises there. I mean, who could have predicted that something like this would happen? Hey! Our boy that we love to... our current enemy that we love. Hey, I brought this. Mitsugi set down a bulging box with a loud thud. Did you eat anything? What the heck? That looks super heavy. It looked like he barely touched his food. What the hell had he'd been eating so far? I mean, he might not have been eating. Masuda looks stunned too. I don't eat much to start with. Plus cooking's a pain in the ass. That's why I don't have any cup noodles or other instant food left. He makes all the instant food because he doesn't want to bother cooking. I mean, that can definitely be a mood sometimes. Talk about lazy. Like I care what you think. So, that's why you look like a twig, huh? What was that? Sorry to keep you waiting. This is everything I have. Hongo's appearance stopped the tension between us from boiling over. I had a small reserve stockpile, so I brought that too. That being said, it still isn't much. No, this is more than enough. If you could put the canned food in the box over there, and here's my contribution. Masuda sorted his own supplies into the right places and peered into my box. Whoa. I can tell what a picky eater you are. Look at all the veggies you got left. Other than that, what do we got? Snacks and alcohol? Isn't it a good thing I brought so many veggies? You're not going to live very long at this rate. That's fine by me. What? Mitsugi seemed taken aback by my offhanded comment, but I pretended not to notice. Anyway, I gotta be more careful with my food. I would have been more careful with my food if I'd known this was gonna happen. I bet the same goes for everyone. My bad. I wasn't complaining. Thanks for throwing all your snacks in, too. Masuga patted my head jokingly, but his expression quickly turned serious again. Alright, let's see. Is this everything from everyone? We all answered in the affirmative. I see. Seeing the dark look on Masuda's face, Shimada voiced a tentative question. Is there a problem? Yeah, I haven't divided it up yet, so I'm not 100% certain, but looking at what we have here, even if we cut down as much as we can and limit ourselves to 1 meal per day, this is only going to last us about 4 days. Oof. That is not a lot. That is not a long time. Oh no. That is not good. Well, I guess there is a lot of people on this island right now, isn't there? Let's see, there's, what was it? The 4 dudes that stick together. The cannon fodder. Those 4. The host. Us. These 2. Masuga. The other one. There's like 10 people on this planet. Not on this planet, oh my gosh. On this island. So, yeah, that's a lot of mouths to feed. We put all our food together and, I mean, what we had left. We put all our food together and we still can only last 4 days. Oh no. Well, Masuga, you better start catching fish. You failed to catch any fish already, so you better start, like, catching us some fish, buddy. We need all the food we can get. I mean, maybe the boat will come back soon, though. You never know. Okay, my timer went off, so I'm gonna go get my tea, and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. I'm back in my tea. Woo! Now we can really get the party started. Yes. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna be going hungry pretty dang fast, it looks like. 4 days? 4 days? Ugh. Okay. 4 days of 1 meal per person? The reality of the situation hit us like a punch to the gut, and silence filled the air. I was as shocked as everyone else. Despite not being able to get in touch with the traveling company, it was still possible that the boat could turn up today or tomorrow. But if it didn't come, our survival was only guaranteed for the next 4 days. Oof. Well, last I checked, somebody was supposed to be good at fishing, and they didn't catch any fish. Boy! I heard that humans could survive for weeks on just water, but I had no clue how true that really was. Oh, Hillia! Hi! Welcome in. Hey, glad you're feeling better. Thank you. I finally am. Oh, goodness. Yeah, migraines are no joke. They really are no joke. And I guess as I'm getting older, my body's just like, hey, guess what? You know those headaches you used to have? Now they're multiple day intense migraines. How's that? So, that's not fun. But yes, hopefully everything is going to be back in working order now. The videos are going to be going up as planned, and the live streams are going to be back up and on time. How are you doing today? Hongu's expression in particular was filled with heartbreaking sorrow. He's like, my customers are gonna starve. Okay. I mean, we're not gonna starve if somebody could actually be true with their fishing expertise. What if he's not really a good fisher and he just was lying about it the whole time? Yeah, I'm picking on one guy in particular, but he's the only one that supposedly has, like, scavenging skills. Let's see. There we go. He must have felt responsible for all this. Still, while I knew it wasn't his fault, it was hard to know what to say. In other words, the situation's pretty bleak, which is why we should focus our efforts today on gathering food and clean water. I don't know how much water's left in the tank, but the boat was supposed to bring more along with the food, right? Humans can survive up to 2 weeks without food and 2 days without water, but they all look so thin. I'm giving them days. Oh, you missed it. Right before you popped up, everybody was bringing in, like, their food, or what they had left of their food, and Mitsuki brought in, like, a completely full, bulging box. Everybody's staring at him like, what? So, apparently this boy, this blonde boy right here that we've got our sights set on, barely eats. He's like, I'm not much for eating because cooking is a hassle. So, he lives on, like, instant ramen. So he has barely touched any of his food. So most of the food left over is his. So I guess he could last longer than 2 weeks. Then we gotta find water too. Crew cut guy. So we should look for a river or lake or something. Yeah, but it's hard to tell what's fit for drinking. And drinking water's gonna be limited even if we manage to sterilize it. Yeah, I mean, you can boil the water. That should help, like, I think. Collecting rainwater would be the fastest way, but it hasn't rained since we got here. Though, since we're surrounded by ocean, we might as well use that. I'll explain how later. Huh? We can drink seawater? Yep, there's a way to make it drinkable. How do you know so much about this? I've been all over the place for my photography, so I picked up all kinds of random knowledge. Anime logic where a diet of pure sodium can keep you this attractive? Yes, yes. Although I've forgotten most of it, if I'm being honest. Interesting. Mushroom. I forgot the names of these the 4 random guys. So, for food, should we go fishing or try foraging for vegetables in the forest? Both. Both. Yeah. Basically, look for anything edible. Just watch out for poisonous stuff. I guess that's easy for me to say, but you probably won't be able to tell on your own, so just pick whatever you find and bring it back to me. I'm no expert, but I can generally tell what's what, so you can leave that part to me. Call him Armin. I see the resemblance. You know, we could call him Armin. If there's anything I can help with, you're free to use anything from the storehouse. I can also provide some tools if you need them, so please let me know what to do. What if you do? Okay, I butchered that sentence. After the situation calmed down, one of the foursome, why did they call it that? Unable to hold back any longer, spoke venomously. Fuck. Why is this happening to us? We're supposed to be here on vacation. Hey now, the boat might still come. But it might not. Fuck this shit. I wish I never came on this stupid trip. An uneasy tension filled the air. I was pretty sure everyone was feeling the same way. Peridot, hello! Sorry, I forgot to post on the the other notification board. I am sorry. I'm here. What did I miss? You haven't missed much so far. I had a delay getting started because 1, my cat was kicking everything off the table, and 2, I didn't have my tea ready yet. But pretty much everybody gathered their food together and realized that with 10 people on the island, all the food they gathered together is only going to last them 4 days. And Mitsugi, our blonde boy that we're kind of going for, is like lives off like instant ramen apparently, because he barely touched any of his food because it's a hassle to cook. Glasses guy, do you have a route? I know, right? Why doesn't he have a route? He is kind of cute. He's the cutest of the 4 that don't even have names. We should name all of them. I mean, Mushroom guy is apparently Armin now. We got Glasses guy, Crew Cut guy, and I thought there's somebody else too. But yeah, so we haven't missed much. Now we're like, oh yeah, we need to go look and see if there's any water or food or anything. So you didn't miss much. Despair start to set in now that he's voiced the feelings we were all likely trying to keep ourselves from acknowledging. He is cute. I glanced at the guy's face, but realizing that anything I said would just make matters worse, I decided to keep quiet. He's cuter than the main cast. No shade, except Mitsugi. He's babe. Yeah, Mitsugi is beautiful. Okay, good. I'm ready. Thankfully, Mitsugi stepped forward to assure everyone. Like, this guy, I've already went on a rant about this guy, but this guy is like, yeah, we need to gather food. And I'm sitting here going, well, somebody's supposed to be a fisherman. And somebody didn't catch anything when they went to try to fish. So we are SOL on the fishing front. I know how you feel for now, but let's just focus on what we can. Are you guys all on board for that? He directed his calm tone towards the foursome. Crew cut guy waited for a beat, then nodded, looking somewhat pacified. Masuga then launched into an explanation on how we should go about collecting food. After all, ask a bunch of your average guys to gather food in the wild, and they're not going to have a clue on how to start. We don't want to end up covering the same area twice, so we should start by assigning areas and types of food to search for. Before you do that, I have a request. Everyone's attention turned to Masugi. Masuda raised an eyebrow at him. I agree that we need to find food, but before that, I want to go to the ruined village. I don't know if we'll find anything useful since the place has been abandoned for so long, but there could be something worth getting our hands on. Oh, great idea! We should definitely check it out. Let's do it. Okay, the little guy's cute in a I want to cuddle him way, but not cute as in I want to date you way. You mean like daily necessities and stuff, like toothbrush or something? There is not going to be a toothbrush at that abandoned village. How dumb are you? We already have all that in the cabin. I'm saying we look for things we could make use of. You know, like what? We have pots and pans. I don't expect to come across a convenient stockpile of food, but I'll settle for any kind of junk if it looks useful. I really thought we could use them as bait. You mean like bait for a bear or something? I mean, we have an inflatable dinghy, but it can only fit 4 people. And if it only comes with those lousy oars, it's only a matter of time before it capsizes. Well, he was right. Even I could tell that a boat like that wasn't going to make it across the open sea. Which is why we have to think about maybe making a boat of our own. Makes sense. Nodding, Masuda looks around at each of us in turn. Honestly, I was thinking it was just a matter of time till someone came to rescue us. Rescue? Hearing the reality of our situation, perfectly encapsulated in that one word, sent a chill down my spine. I mean, he's obviously not going to be a route, right? He looks 12. He is one of the dateable options, by the way. And I think he's like 20 or 19 or something. He's legal. Okay, I remember that. I don't remember his exact age, but he is legal. It's like, we got him, but we didn't get Glasses Guy. I call shenanigans. Looking around, I saw the foursome whispering among themselves, their expressions grim. But maybe I was being too optimistic. It's possible there's something preventing help from reaching us. And our phones don't have any service. We can still use GPS, but it's not like we can contact anyone to tell them our coordinates. It's been so long, I don't remember the voices I gave everybody. I think I gave this guy more of a Prompto voice. I don't think anyone even knows that we're in this situation at this point. You mean aside from the travel company, right? You mean to tell me Glasses Come with that beautiful sprite is not a route, but BL Lolly is? Yes. He's a route. So that's why no one's coming to rescue us, because they don't know we need it. The trip's supposed to last 5 nights and 6 days. If we don't return by day 7, someone's sure to notice. Meaning everything would become clear in a few days. We know whether or not help is coming by day 7 or 8. Well, not much we can do for now except stick to our current plan, right? I agree, but you seem pretty relaxed about all this, Azuma. Damn. The car could be perceptive sometimes. Could he tell that this wasn't hitting me the same as the others? And that I didn't really want to go back home? No, man. I do to get the gravity of the situation, you know? Well, it's still only day 5. The boat could turn up at any moment, so there's no point in getting too worked up. Just give them random voices. We don't care. Just make sure to keep Masugi's voice consistent. He's the only thing we care about. Alright, got it. Man, I forgot what voice I gave him to. Maybe so, but I'm the kind of guy who likes to hedge my bets. So, I'll be heading to the ruins to see if there's anything to be found. Alright, then let's split into 2 groups. Food and ruins. Anyone want to go to the ruins? Me! Me! I want to go to the ruins! I'll go. I don't think I could be much help with the food. Like I said, I want to go to the ruins. Me too. You're coming too, right, Asuma? I guess so. I didn't exactly want to hang around with Goldilocks and his infuriating hair, but it looked like the whole gang was going. Yeah, I'll head to the ruins too. What about you guys? Masuga asked the foursome, a crease furrowing his brow. We'll pass. Armin! We don't all have to do the same thing, right? Besides, you said we should divide up and search areas to cover more ground. Glasses guy! Agreed. If you guys are all going to the ruins, we'll go look for food. What was the name of the guy with the glasses in Ouran High School Host Club? Mori was the tall guy. What was the name of the guy with the glasses? I guess that's him. I can't remember his name. Okay. Be careful out there. Will do. We'll make sure not to go too far. Masuga clapped his hands together. Alright then, let's disband for now. Apparently he got, I was about to say, who elected you leader of this outfit? But I think we did kind of vote him a leader. We all went to get ready, then regrouped in the square. Ooh, it's windy. About an hour later, we were back at the ruined village. The heavy air greeted us again, as stagnant as before. This place is truly unpleasant. There's something about it that gets under your skin. Hongu muttered, staring at the remnants of some article of clothing caught on the end of a broken beam. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty creepy when you think all this was left behind by the people who lived here. Is this your first time here, Hongu? Yes. Shimada, I thought you were going with the other people. Why are you here? Was this just a ploy to get rid of the extras? So 6 people came to the ruins and 4 went to actually go and look for food. Nobody else sees an issue with this? I like it though. There's some kind of wait. Shimada, this is Shimada. I like it though. There's some kind of melancholy beauty to something that had been abandoned. I bet I'll get some more great shots today. Okay, I butchered that, but the reason I was tripping over melancholy was because freaking Megamind again. Megamind has ruined my pronunciation of a couple of words because he goes melancholy. He says melancholy, and it gets stuck in my head. He also, what was it? He says a couple of other words wrong too, but that one, it rewired my brain for some reason. Kyoya, that's the name. Then when they get back, where's the food? We worked so hard. Shimada, you're free to take photos if you want, but don't forget, we're here to search for stuff, okay? What was that? Ha ha ha. Sorry, don't worry, I'm on it. So which house should we start with? Or should we do outside first? Actually, it might be faster we split up. You mean Megamind 2, right? That masterpiece. No. I'm talking about Megamind 1. I haven't seen Megamind 2 yet. To be fair, they never said that group of 4 was smart. True. Sorry, don't worry. Oh, wait. I already read this. The buildings are all pretty run down, meaning there could be any number of dangers. We should stick together. I think that big house over there would be a good place to start. Yeah, big house could equal somebody that was rich, could equal better stuff. Mizuki pointed towards your house right in the center of the village. Judging by its location, I think the owner must have been someone powerful within the community. Makes sense that it would have the most resources in there too. Don't watch it. Yeah, I've heard that the animation is very bad and they've just totally messed up Megamind. So I probably won't watch it. I'll stick with the first movie that I know and love. That still pops in my head all the time, even though I haven't watched it in a while. Why did they do our boy that way? At the entrance to the house, Mizuki picks out a large decorative gate that already stood half open. Even in its worn down state, it was impactful to say the least. It kind of reminded me of the entrance to a haunted house. We entered the grounds with Masuga and Hongu in the lead. Waving away clouds of annoying little flies, we made our way up the overground path to the front door, only to find it shut tight. I remember the rule Mizuki mentioned before. Don't open closed doors. I haven't even seen the first one. No, you haven't. It has some of the best, like, little quotable lines in it. It's lovely, and it's got some nice 80s rock music going on in it. I just realized you're almost at 80 subs. I know! I'm so excited. I'm hoping to reach it before our 2-year anniversary in August. Because I think it's August, like, 16th or something will be the 2-year anniversary of VTubing. I want to do something again. I want to do another live stream and maybe do some fun things, and I haven't made up my mind about that yet. But I'm hoping we'll hit 800 before then. I think I'm like 20... Wait, no. Yeah, like 25 away? Or 24 away? It's so exciting! I remember the rule, Mizuki. Oh yeah, don't open closed doors. What should we do? We're not supposed to open it, right? I poked my head out from the position in the middle of the line, calling out to the guys up ahead. Mizuki, second from the front, looked back at me. We just have to be careful. Now isn't the time to be worrying about that kind of thing. This is an emergency. But you guys aren't going to take the time to look and see if there's a busted window or another way in? Oh, that's the day before my birthday. We can both celebrate. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. It'll be a big celebration. There's a game I saw that I think would be fun. It's on Itch.io. I'll look for it. It's Yandere. Ooh. Happy early birthday. Yeah, I can't believe your birthday is so close to the anniversary. That's like really cool. And that's how it is. I do hope it isn't locked, but let's see. Hongu placed his hand on the doorknob and twisted, but only turned so far before sticking. It's locked? Or maybe it's just rusty. Oof. There we go. With a harsh grating sound, the knobs start to slide around. With a twist and a pull, the door opened into the pitch black entrance. Then... Ugh. I feel so old. You're not old. It's okay. You're not old. Pretty dang sure I'm older than you, dear. It's fine. Just think of it as you're leveling up with experience. You're not getting older. You're just leveling up. Mizuga froze in place while Hongu recoiled, recovering his nose with his hand. Was there a dead body in there? Splutter? Why would it be stinking so bad in there? Mizugi turned his face away in disgust. What? What is it? Those of us at the back leaned forward, confused by the reaction of those up ahead. But then a gust of wind collected from the ground all at once, and we understood. Ugh. It stank. Really freaking badly. My face involuntarily contorted into a grimace. Whoa, what a stench. Okay, either it's like water damage, mold going on, or a body was left in there. The moment I hit 18, I felt dead. Social media. I know you are, but still. Rest in peace, my insurance. Okay, that is a mood. That is a mood. I gotcha. Shimada's eyes widened. Takara bent over, covering his nose and mouth in both hands. I wouldn't be surprised since it is an abandoned village. Yeah, there's either water damage or a body in here. Hongu determinedly swung the door open fully, like he was trying to air out the house, even if his effort was just a drop in the putrid bucket. For a long moment, we all stared into the unknown, unsure if we wanted to proceed. I mean, it really fucking stank in here. I never knew something could smell so bad. It was like a mix of dust and mold and something rotten. I mean, it could be an animal that got in there and died too. I found like a dead mouse in like our spare room before. They got stuck somewhere and he died, and then apparently somebody else was cannibalizing him or something. I don't know, but that was the stankiest smell I've ever smelt. Oh my god. That was kind of a nightmare, but I went out, gave the little mouse a burial and everything. It's fine, but that is some stank. Honestly, nothing interesting is happening, so might as well be a zombie. Takara looked desperate to leave, and I could tell Shimada felt the same behind his smile. But then, after a moment of hesitation, Masada stepped forward. It doesn't stink so much anymore. I think we managed to air it out. Really? Oh, thank goodness, that was quite unbearable. I guess the smell was just from the air being trapped inside. Probably mold or dust or something. Stale air can smell that bad? Who knows? Probably when it's been trapped in a house for years. It would... Right. Yeah, it's just a faint odor now. Nothing weird about a smelly old house, am I right? Come on, put on your big boy panties and let's get going. Why do I hate him even more for using that phrase? Oh, big boy panties, really? Really? Not everybody is used to, like, disgusting smells because you work with fish. Oh my gosh, I sat down one time and saw a mouse under our table. I screamed so hard and ran to my dad. He picked it up and tossed it out like nothing. Aww. Little mousey. Yeah, I've rescued a little mouse from my cats before, because when we do end up having mice, which isn't, I mean, they haven't caught a mouse in a long time now, so I guess we don't have any anymore, but when we did, the cats would, like, find the mice, and my orange cat, Draco, has, like, I guess a better hunting skill or whatever, because he'll just bring them, drop them in my room. Well, one time he brought a mouse in my room and dropped it. And I'm like, oh, look, a mouse. Hi. It was still alive. It was still alive, and it got deep in my room, and I moved everything around in my room, and I could not find that mouse. So. But another time I did find my mouse, and they had it cornered, and I rescued it, and I took it to, like, the far end of the property and let it go. Hopefully it was smart enough not to come back, okay? Hopefully it's a little field mouse now. Why did it say Moses? It wanted to be cute, apparently. I saw a Moses under our table. It's cute. I saw a mouse under our table. Moses. Okay, yeah, fine. Ugh, fine. We don't know what kind of state it's in, so watch your step and above your head. And don't go around touching everything. Stuff could fall apart at the drop of a hat. Yep, it's a little rough here. Hello? Honey, I'm home. Too dumb to be nervous, huh? Shut up. The interior looked like Grandma's place, except that the chest had fallen over, tables were overturned, and the windows and vases were all smashed to pieces. Nah, it's probably listening to your BL streams under your bed. I hope not. That was like a year ago, so it'd be like their grandchild by now. But I hope not, but that's also, you know, a good point. Had been thoroughly ransacked. Wooden crates blocked the way to the flight of stairs that led up into the darkness. A thick layer of white covered the floors, and piles of dirt had accumulated in the corners. Oh, a centipede. A long orange and black insect scuttled between the mushrooms sprouting up from the floor, its many legs waggling and brushing past my foot. Mushrooms? Mushrooms? Is it edible mushrooms? Gah! I headed straight for Mizuki, giving him a good scare. It had... Nice job, Centipede. Since the stairs were too dilapidated to climb, we split up to cover the first floor. But all I managed to find was a fishing net. The mushrooms! The mushrooms you just talked about! What are these interactions? Who wrote these? I have no clue. This was like a Japanese game translated into English, so I mean... Yeah, these are interesting interactions sometimes. Yeah, I kind of like... we have been playing a few of these Japanese games released in English, and I actually find I prefer, like, the little indie games more than, like, these big mainstream games. Because... It's hard to describe. Like, the interactions are better and we have more choices. I feel like we barely have any choices at all in this game. And it's like, no, I want a choice. I want a choice. Like, we could have chose to go to the ruins, or we could have chose to go, like, hunting food. That would have been a good, like, branch off moment, but no, automatically like pushed us into one corner, pushed us to the other corner, so we're not getting choices. I feel like it's kind of stagnating it a little. Yeah, because indie creators are normal people like us that know what we want. Yeah, but I had been asked a few times if we're going to do another Paradise stream, and that's why we're doing another Paradise stream. Oh yeah, Ohilia, send, like in Discord or something, let me know which, indie game, which Yandere game you just saw. I probably already have it back, like, bookmarked, but, let me know which one you thought was interesting. Since the stairs were too dilapidated to climb, we split up to cover the first floor, but all I managed to find was a fishing net. There were plenty of furniture, but none of it was any use to us. Other than my contribution, the rest of the group found a big metal pot, some rope, an axe with a broken blade, and a hemp sack. And the mushrooms on the floor! Nothing edible. The mushrooms on the floor! Of course. But Masugi looked pretty satisfied with our haul. The mushrooms on the floor! I had no idea what we were gonna use all this junk for, but whatever. Just then, Shimada called out to us from a room that looked like the parlor. Everyone, get over here. I found a book. It looks like the village record. Whoa, so this is about the village. We all gathered around that old dusty tome. Oh yeah, it's probably moldy too. Judging from the cover, this isn't something you could buy at a store. Shimada snapped a photo of the book, then gingerly opened it. The frail edges of the paper crumpled slightly in his hand. It must have been super old. So faded it's impossible to read. Masugi murmured regretfully as he peered down at the page. I can see some kanji and hiragana-like strokes, though. Doesn't seem like it'll help with our escape. It might contain some useful information about the island. If only we can read it. I'll look for it now. Yay! It's me. I've asked for more paradise, Lamau. And I heard you. What could we even do with that kind of info? Hello? If it's info about the island, it could be like, well, during this month, we have good, like, wild onions growing over here. There is a sinkhole in the middle of the island. You know, stuff like that. This is why everyone thinks you're an idiot. I do think that those two are a good combination. Like, all the funny lines are reserved for these two, I swear. That pissed me off. But maybe Masugi had thought of something I hadn't. I decided not to say anything back. This book has me curious. I'd like to take it back with me and decipher it. Please, go ahead. I do hope it's useful. Thanks. There's a lot more books like this in that room over there. The sound of Masugi clapping his hands together interrupted the conversation. Alright, let's move on to the next building. We'll take a quick look around each and then head back. Who made you leader of this outfit? Bossy? Why, you want to leave already? We're only just getting started. This isn't some game. The others are out there looking for food right now. We should help them. You should help them. You go and help the group, okay? We got it here. We got it here, buddy. Buddo, go on. I guess you're right. You really have no sense of urgency, Azuma. Takara shrugged at me, sounding a little exasperated. Really? Really? That's the only thing we're gonna do? Dude, there was a whole village. We could have found so much other things. The mushrooms on the floor. So many other things in the other buildings. Hello. I'm sure there was seeds that were abandoned that had, like, started growing. So I'm sure there was other things in the other buildings. We only explored one building, got one book, and we left. Come on. No. But I guess, you know, they didn't want it to get repetitive, so they summoned it up. Like, you know, just did one house and summed it up real quick. So I understand, but at the same time, I want to explore more. Wow, game. Wow. Yeah, Mr. Man, Fishman, go fish. The mushrooms on the floor! You said that there was mushrooms on the floor, the centipede was walking around. You didn't say they were not edible mushrooms. You just said mushrooms on the floor. And so, that's it. Oh, they could have been like the inedible mushrooms on the floor. They could have said that, and then I would have let it go. But no, it was mushrooms on the floor, and then later they're like, oh, hey, we found nothing edible. Yes, I'm gonna die on this hill. Okay, my rant is mostly over. We made it back to the camp before noon. After the first house, we checked a bunch of the other buildings in the abandoned village, but all we found was rusted, useless junk. Still, there's plenty of things we could potentially use, so I'd say the search was an overall huge success. So, what's next? After putting our items away in the storeroom, Masuda tilted his head thoughtfully. No, I'm dying on this hill too. Thank you! Thank you! Oh my god. These guys couldn't find their way out of a paper bag, okay? Alright, it's called Stuck in a Yandere visual novel, Help. I do have that bookmarked. It's actually been bookmarked for years because at first the demo, I was going to play it. And then the full game, I think, just came out, so it would be good to play it now. I think it is a BL. The rest of them still aren't back, so maybe we should join them in searching for food. Though there's also water to think about. Well, when you're walking... I am sorry, they got me all riled up. Well, when you're walking, looking for food, you can listen for the sounds of fresh water, buddy. You can do them both at the same time. You can multitask. Pat. Okay, it's safe to say Masuda is out of the running. Okay, he's frustrating me so hard. He's out of the running, okay, to being our bae. So it's just Masugi. We're here for Masugi. They couldn't find their way out of a 3-walled room. There's still water left in the tank, but it wouldn't hurt to have more. So far, Shimada, I mean, he's not my type. He's not going to be our significant other we're going for, but so far Shimada's done nothing wrong, okay? I'm fine with this boy. And Takara is like fine too. He's just a little too chibi-fied. So I'm fine with these two boys. Why are they looking for food when it's right there? Lol, Twink. No, come back here. I was trying to explain. Twink won't fight. There's still water left in the tank, but it wouldn't hurt to have more. Yo, Shimada, want to tell us how to make drinking water? He still hadn't explained the method to us. Everyone stopped what they were doing to listen. Is it going to be like you put it in a thing and you let the water evaporate and then it falls down and then you'll just have like water and salt? I've watched too many survival games, okay? I bet Sada was on TikTok standing with the Gen X this week and why he got sent to the island. Huh, it's not exactly hard. We just need to boil the seawater and condense the water vapor, that's all. I see, so the salt will remain in the pot. I was right! Sounds time sensitive. Time intensive. Yeah, and it won't keep for very long either. That's why I think we need other sources, like drawing it from a stream or collecting rainwater. Shimada, grow your hair out and you might be next to Masude. Grow your hair out and shave your little, beard thingy, your goatee, and then we'll talk, buddy. When it comes to river water, it's really up to the microorganisms in it as to whether or not it's drinkable even after you boil it. Oh. Other than that, it'd be great if we found a stream with crayfish in it. We could drink straight from it. Make sure to tell me if anyone finds one. Or if there are dragonflies. Or snails. Or even mosquito larvae. Basically, any clear water that's home to insects is more likely to be drinkable. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we don't want Jesus in the game. Shave the beard. Shimada is trying to be a cool guy, but failing. That hair needs to be styled. Whoa, check out the survival expert over here. You're pretty awesome, Shimada. You're easily impressed, Asuma. Damn, not even Shimada was implying I implying I was an airhead. Apparently we can't comment anybody, you know? Okay, for now, let's split into team food and team water. Dude, you guys can just go searching together. What if the person on team food finds water? Are they just going to ignore the water and keep walking? Huh? Where the team water goes? Are they going to ignore the fact they passed, like, I don't know, wild horseradish or whatever you find in the wild? I mean, Jesus turns water into wine. You know, that's the point. How many times are you going to yap and not do? I'm going to go look for wild vegetables. Hongu, you try to contact the company. We're counting on you. Yes, of course. I paused. What should I do? I'll stay here and make drinking water. I just have to boil it, right? Sounds simple enough. I can take a look at the book we found while we keep an eye on it. Then I'll go look for a river. Perhaps I'll even find fish. Anyone want to join me? Oh, me! Everyone quickly decided what they were going to do. Yay! We get a choice! We're making drinking water. We're staying with him. Misada, sit down. The only part you're working is your mouth. We're so sassy today. I love it, yes. Masada seemed to be the plant expert, while Shimada and Takara were going to look for rivers and their accompanying wildlife. Must be nice to be knowledgeable about something. Being as useless as I was, I guess that left me to team up with equally useless Masugi. Hey, he's not useless. He's got info. After all, he didn't know much about anything other than buildings and stuff. Sure, that was important in its own way, but not when it came to survival. As a part-timer with no knowledge of the outdoors, I knew I had very little to offer. Best to stick with making drinking water since it seemed like the easiest option. Then I'll stay here and make drinking water with Masugi. You what? What else am I gonna do? I'm as useless as you. Useless? But Masugi looked offended by my judgment. I don't blame him. Are you trying to pick a fight? Fuck off somewhere else. All I want to do is focus on deciphering that book while boiling some water. And all you're going to do is distract me with your endless whining. Play nice and work together, you two. Masuga spoke with flat finality, and Masugi shut his mouth. Sure thing, boss. Ugh. Shimada, could you teach us how to make drinking water before you leave? Sure. Okay, first, Masugi and I didn't look at each other even once while Shimada showed us the ropes. As soon as the lecture ended, Masugi stomped off angrily. He seemed to be heading to collect the tools we need. Try not to kill each other while we're gone, will you? That's asking for a lot. Still, I guess we have no choice but to work together, considering what we're equally useless. Oof! Masaga slapped me on the back encouragingly. He's not useless, he's pretty. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, come on. I can't believe Asuma said that out loud. Said, yeah, I'm useless like you. I can't believe he said that out loud. I would be pissed off at him too, okay? I do not blame Masugi at this moment. Also, if you think about it, if you're an introvert and you just want a moment to yourself to relax with a book and doing a simple task, and then somebody else decides to butt in on that and you have to be social and use your social battery, I'm on Masugi's team. I'm on Masugi's team right now. I'm like, I understand. I understand. And try to actually get some food, Masaga, Mr. Fisherman, who can't fish. Exactly. You know, I'm gonna laugh my butt off if the photographer and the little twink come back with like like a whole line full of fish because Masuga couldn't get any fish, and if those guys come back with like a whole bundle of fish, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Mizuki returned a few minutes after everyone else had left. He dragged a chair into the square, sat down with a notepad and a pen in hand, and opened the book we found earlier. So all you're gonna do is sit there and read? He's trying to help! That was always the plan, while boiling water, of course. He arranged the tools, but wasn't making any move to use them. You're not even doing that! You're gonna do it. The tools are right there. Deciding to ignore that for now, I went over to look at the items he collected. There was a tarpaulin sheet from the storehouse, and the copper pot we found in the ruins, molded with green. There's also some kind of frame and some orange fabric. Hang on, that was a tent. A tent? I didn't know we had this. Masuda brought it so he could camp out while fishing. Go wash the pot, then fill it with seawater and set it to boil. Put the tarp over it and make sure it's slightly weighed down in the middle so the water condenses and drips down. Just do what Shimada told us and hurry up about it. The hell? You better not be planning on making me do this all by myself. I'm going to supervise and read. You're going to do the work. Got a problem with that? That's so unfair. I can't set up the tent on my own, and that pot's gonna take fucking ages to clean. After staring thoughtfully into the distance for a moment, Mishugi closed his book with a sigh. Crossing his legs, he gave me a level look. I readied myself for whatever dick move he was planning. If you want me to help, I need something in return. Jeez, who was the brat now? You want me to give you something? Shut up, Azuma, and start working. I was calling him Lolly. I forgot the word twink existed. Mizuki remained silent. Feeling my anger start to boil, I shoved my hands into my pocket. I pulled out some candy I stashed in there the other day and thrust it at him. Here, payment. Why would I want some half-melted candy that's been marinating in your nasty pocket all day? I wouldn't touch that disgusting sludge with a 10-foot pole. Talk about ungrateful. They're not even melted. I said I don't want them. What else do you have? Some gum that's lost its flavor? Why am I already thinking 18 plus here? He could offer him a little service. I get off guard whenever they swear the art looks so family friendly. So you have food. What the freak? Some gum that's lost its flavor? Now you're just being ridiculous. Says you. You're the reason we haven't even started yet. If you're offering to help for a price. So am I. Already thought that way too. I mean, that is something he can offer him. Give him sodium. He only eats sodium, Azuma. If you're well, it would be kind of salty. If you're offering to help for a price, there's got to be a tiny part of you that actually wants to help out, right? Nope, none at all. There totally is. Ignoring him, I soldiered on. Just suck it up and help. You can go back to reading once we made some progress, but you gotta do something. I'm serious, man. You're not my mother. But fine, if it'll shut you up. I mean, there's another way to shut him up. I really think my time is better spent on that book, though. So don't expect me to babysit you for long. Sure, fine, whatever. I didn't push it any further. Just convincing him to get off his ass was an accomplishment in and of itself. See, I'm glad you appreciate Paradise. I'm done. That took freaking ages. At last, I was finished with setting up the tent and scrubbing the pots. Mizuki helped me with the tent for a pathetically short amount of time before going right back into reading, and I just left him alone after that. All that was left now was to fill the pot with water, start the fire, and hang up the tarpaulin in the tent. This is so unfair, man. There's still so much to do. Would you rather read instead? I can't read, like ancient texts and shit. You really are dumb as rocks. It's still Japanese, you know, not some foreign language. I bet even you can manage it. It's actually pretty readable, though some parts are too faded to make out. Oh yeah? What does it say? I peered over his shoulder at the book and he lifted it up to give me a better view. The hell is he being so considerate for? Oh, we get a close-up! Thanks. I was suddenly all too aware of the position I was in leaning over him. I'd never been so up in his personal space before. It was making me kind of nervous. Still, Mizuki wasn't complaining, so I figured he didn't have a problem with it. Suddenly I became aware of a nice smell. Kind of like sandalwood. Was that his cologne? This page lists the addresses of the stores at the time. A gust of wind blew past us, causing Mizuki's long blonde hair to tickle my nose. Yeah, it was definitely his cologne. I couldn't believe this dude was wearing cologne on a desert island. It's better than smelling sweat, right? Look, I think Azuma's enjoying it. Still, it did smell nice. It was calming somehow. In fact, it was making me kind of sleepy. I like sandalwood to start with, and this smelled even better. Maybe because it was mixed with Mizuki's own scent. These are the names of the residents. The ones written in bold are probably the heads of the household. Hey. Huh? You're in my space. Damn, I totally zoned out there. Coming back to my senses, I found Mizuki leaning as far back as he could to get away from me, a scowl plastered all over his face. Geez, no need to act like that. I don't have cooties. I think you'll find this is a normal distance. The hell? I didn't hear you complaining before. Yeah, before you start leaning your face right into mine. Had I been doing that? Oh, yeah, maybe because he smelled so good. But I couldn't say that. I'd rather die than compliment the bastard. Sheesh, fine, I'm backing off. I stepped back and was about to return to my work when I realized Mizuki wasn't responding. His face was ever so slightly flushed, and it was easy to tell since he was usually so pale. Ha ha ha! Yes. Let's see. Who's gonna be the bottom? Azuma isn't pretty enough, but he's Mizuki's... Mizuki's so tall, I'm confused. Exactly. Can someone tell me, what sandalwood smells like? I don't go out. Yes, you do have cooties, Azuma. Cooties! He said cooties! I'm done! Who wrote this? Sandalwood. What does sandalwood smell like? Oh no. Let me see if I can get like a summary. Because I've heard sandalwood described in like a lot of Omegaverse games too. Hang on. Now you got me wondering. Let's see. Sandalwood. Sandalwood is a class of woods from... Okay, wood scent. Why is my cap lock on? Sandalwood is a woody, creamy, and warm scent that is exotic, sweet, and sensual. It is a precious wood scent that is rich, earthy, and musky, with slightly spicy and sweet undertones. Sandalwood is often used in perfumes and aromatherapy, and it can evoke a sense of calm and relaxation. Okay. There we go. There's a little bit of a explanation. Same, citrus and omegaverse is always the alpha smelling like wood, but in one fanfiction the guy smelled like car petrol? It smelled like freaking gas? Dude, I'd be out of there. I'd be out of there. I'd be like, nope. I ain't smelling your gassy butt. I've almost drunk all my tea. No. Yeah, yuck. I agree. Oh, I feel like I gotta sneeze, but I'm not sneezing. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay. Alright, I was checking to see my model was still okay and not, like, wonking out somewhere. Okay. His face was ever so flushed. It was easy to tell since he was usually so pale. Hey, are you blushing? Just because I got a little too close for comfort? Shut the fuck up! Get back to the water and leave me alone. Aw, come on. You could be honest with me. Did I give you butterflies in your tummy? Did I? Even I knew I was being an annoying little shit. Predictably, Mizugi responded by glaring daggers at me, his expression a picture of rage. I'm going to kick you in the balls if you don't fuck off. Okie dokie, I'll catch you later then. Oh my god. I still had a lot of work to do, but somehow it didn't seem so much of a chore anymore. Having said that, I ended up wasting so much time that I hadn't even gotten the fire going by the time everyone returned. Didn't you just call him a bastard 2 seconds ago? What's going on? I know, right? You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down. Day 6. We didn't get a summary if they found anything. We didn't find out, like, if our water was a success. We just skip into the next day. Okay. Things went the same as the day before. Musaga headed into the forest and along the coast to gather food, while Masugi stayed at the camp to boil water and read his book. Takara and Shimada went out looking for drinkable water, and Hongu manned the radio. The 4-guy group went looking for food, but something must have happened between them because they all came back in a tense mood. I wandered around and helped out where I could. Okay, so that wasn't much going on day 6, apparently. Can someone explain what Azuma's personality is like? What is he, tough, snarky, plain, or just changing every 2 seconds? I don't know. Night fell before anyone could make any significant progress. The boat hadn't come today either. What's your fucking problem? All you do is follow after us like a dog. You're not even really looking for food, are you? Since we started the rationing system the day before, we'd been eating mainly fresh food. Did something happen in the woods between those 4? Apparently. We are trying to preserve our non-perishables and high-calorie foods as well as snacks and alcohol. That's the other guy in the 4! I kept forgetting who that was, but oh my god, he looks shady. He looks shady AF. Huh? Are you blind? I'm clearly looking. But there's nothing to find. You guys have already picked everything before I get there. We were eating just one meal a day, consisting of a cup of rice with a little bit of meat and veggies. It's pretty plain, but anything tastes great after a hard day at work. That is so true. Then look somewhere else. Jeez. We were all responsible for cooking our own food, so that we could season it to our own liking. Just cut it out already. Arguing won't solve anything. Looks like he came out of Tokyo Revengers. Hey, Tokyo Revengers are better looking than that. Okay, well, some of the guys are kind of like the leader of the dragons and stuff like that are a little bit more like, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, okay, never mind. I take that back. One of the foursome had pointed out that dividing duties evenly would be difficult if we all cooked together. Huh? You're making it sound like he's an angel and I'm somehow one to blame. Everyone understood that we had to make do with what we had, but it wasn't just enough to fill the bellies of men who spent all day working their asses off. That's not what I meant. I just think you need to cool it. Yeah. Well, not being able to eat 3 square meals a day makes the guy fucking hangry. If you can't wrap your head around that, I don't know what to tell you. We were conserving water and still had plenty of it left, but there wasn't much in the way of other drinks. One way or another. You want to come over here and say that again? The severe restrictions were already breeding hostility. Okay, guys, could you give it a rest already? We need to stick together now more than ever. Fighting isn't going to help matters. As Masuda put himself between the two of them, attempting to calm the explosive atmosphere, the guy who seemed to be spooling for a fight purposely knocked into his shoulder. How about you don't go around accusing me of picking fights? I'm telling him how it is. We gotta live here together, right? So I reckon it's better to get it out now so it doesn't turn into a big thing later. Got it? If you want to talk it out, you gotta listen to their opinions too, which you obviously weren't doing just now. Shut the hell up. This got nothing to do with you. You weren't even out there with us. What gives you the right to stick your nose in our business? You're just causing more problems. You're the one causing the fucking problems. Always acting like you think you're better than everyone else. Even though when we went out to the forest yesterday, all you found was a bunch of inedible crap. Fuck you! They'd been out in the forest all day looking for food, and now they were exhausted and hungry with nothing to show for it, but one measly meal per day. Everyone's getting pissed off with nowhere to take their anger out. They're losing focus. I observed the situation objectively as though it had nothing to do with me. I know you're all uneasy right now, but I assure you I'm still doing everything I can to contact the company, so if you just bear with it a little... So, tell us, what are the chances you actually getting in touch with them? I'm doing the best I can. That's not an answer though, is it? Basically you have no idea at all, do you? I'm sure we're all wondering the same thing, but when you say you can't get in touch with them, what exactly does that mean? Judging by the distance, if we want to contact the mainland from this island, the radio transmission will have to go through a relay station, right? Yes, we use a corporate-wide area network. Perhaps there's some issue to do with the radio signals. It pains me to say this, but at the present moment, I simply don't have an answer for you. They all look like they came from different animes with different genres. They do. Put your arms down, Masuda. After all, you're not using them. Oh. Why are Armin and Glasses better looking than the entire cast of Love Interest? The fuck? You mean it's broken or something? Doesn't this stuff get checked regularly? There could have been a storm, dude. Could have been a storm. And shit happens sometimes. It is indeed supposed to be. I am only a tour conductor, though, so I'm not really involved with any of that. Oh, so the people on the other end are too busy napping. Is that it? Real fucking great travel company you have here. Either way, it's not Hongu's fault. He's working the hardest for us, barely even sleeping at night. Don't go blaming him. We're only in this situation to start with because of the tour conductor's negligence. I expect compensation for this when we get back, or I'm suing. Yes, of course, my apologies. You should sue the company, don't sue him. That's it. That's if we even make it back. So far, I've just been listening in from the side, but this guy's attitude was really pissing me off. Look, man, can you stop talking down to everyone like that? Huh? I'm just being honest and giving a heads up. If anything, I'm doing him a favor. By cornering him and getting in his face? Whoa, you got some fucking nerve. It's what everyone here is thinking. I'm just the only one with the balls to say it out loud. There it is. You think you should be the leader. Not that anyone would ever follow you. Cut it out already. You're just riling each other up. This is getting annoying. Yep, I agree, Masugi. As if you have the money to sue people. Talk about it like they can afford it. Let's all get back to focusing on our own task. We don't have time for this. Yeah, for once I actually agree with Blondie. Hate to say it, but he's... Or, this is Shimada. Hate to say it, but he's right. If the boat still isn't coming, well, we each need to be doing our part. I know everyone's already doing their best to cut back on water, but looking forward, we need to be even more careful. Shimada and Takara's practical words seem to have a calming effect. Are we all chill now? Masada took a step forward, his voice booming through the square. Listen up. If the boat comes in the next few days, great. But in the meantime, we're kind of screwed. If we're stuck on this island for much longer, things are going to get bad. Agreed. You're right. We gotta do something. I will redouble my efforts. Nodding slowly, I looked around at the group. Half of the foursome voiced their agreement too, but Crew Cut Guy and Mushroom Guy remained silent, their expressions sour. Okay, good work today, everyone. Let's get some rest now, and we'll meet in the square tomorrow at 8 a.m. The echoes of Masuda's voice faded away, replaced by the distant sound of waves. Beneath the heavy clouds, I made my way back to my cabin with equally heavy footsteps. I followed the familiar path, eyes down, my feet dragging along the ground. It almost felt like a funeral procession, like I was a corpse walking back to my own grave. The island was supposed to be a paradise. You're not heading back to your cabin yet, Asuma? Noticing I slowed down, Takara stopped and looked at me in concern. Yeah, I am. I was just spacing out. We gotta be up early tomorrow, so I'd better get in an early night. Scratching the back of my neck, I resumed my walk back to the cabin. Cabin D, Takara trotting along beside me. The weather's not so good tonight, is it? Why do we suddenly have footstep sounds? Okay. Yeah, it's been great so far. Are we gonna end up with like a downpour storm? I hope it rains. Me too. Hey, so I was thinking. You know, Azuma. You're pretty calm despite everything that's happening. I didn't think I was being particularly calm. Then again, I didn't think the others were overacting either. It's just that Ever since I arrived on the island, I felt like I was free here. Here there was nothing. Just the sea, the grass, the earth, and the ruins. The only other living things were the birds, the trees, the fish, and the fungus. More than once I thought about staying here forever. But it was different for the rest of them. They wanted to make it back alive. They didn't want to die. They had places to return to, lives and obligations left behind, people who would miss them. They had something waiting for them. I didn't. I didn't have anything. I do understand the danger we're in, honestly. Really? Okay then. Sorry for being weird. I'm not trying to criticize you for acting carefree or anything. I was concerned, that's all. Well, at least the baby picked up on those vibes, though. I know. Okay. Parting ways with Takara, who flashed me a guilty-looking smile, I returned to my own cabin. I abruptly opened my eyes, suddenly too hot to sleep. Okay. What? I was about to stop it right there for today, but we're waking up to a freaking fire? What the hell? What happened? What happened? Azuma, it's called being tired. Calm down and sleep. Use the twink as a pillow. I mean, we could have. We'd been like, do you want to come join us? We haven't gotten to that plot point. Azuma, be patient. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. I don't want it. Takara, if you were in Omegaverse, might have loved you, but you're not built for this game. He needs to be in an Omegaverse, okay? He'd be the perfect little Omega. What? I know! I was about to stop here, but we're gonna have to play a little longer to see what's up with the fire. The lights were still on. I must have fallen asleep without turning them off. But it was the heat that woke me. It was so hot, it was hard to breathe. My eyes felt gritty. I needed to open a window and turn on the aircon. Still disoriented from suddenly jolting awake, I rubbed my eyes as I peeled my sweaty body from the sheets. That was when it finally dawned on me. My room was filled with an orange glow, but it wasn't because I left the lights on. I bent over, covering my mouth. The room was filled with white smoke. Flames covered the walls, rising all the way up to the ceiling. A fire? What? Why? How? What is happening? Did somebody set it on fire is my problem. Fawn. I miss Fawn from Divine Speaker. Yeah, Fawn was baby. Confused and disoriented, I tried to get to my feet. Ugh. But dizziness overwhelmed me and I collapsed back onto the bed, crumbling down to the floor. How did he just wake up? His bed is on fire. I couldn't get myself back up. How much smoke had I inhaled while I was asleep? He's lucky he woke up at all, okay? He could have just inhaled too much smoke and passed away in his sleep. He's lucky he woke up. One of those 4 duck heads did it. I'm calling it. I agree. Mizugi, come save us! With my head against the floor, I watched the curtains quiver delightfully as the fire snaked up them. Sparks danced in the air around me. I was unable to fully comprehend what was happening. My thoughts, already fuzzy from the smoke, began to spiral. I would just accept my fate. Oh, Hylia! Oh, Hylia, no! Of course, it made sense. Since I didn't belong anywhere, I'd be better off dead, right? No one was waiting for me. No one would cry for me. So maybe I should just die here in paradise. Was that what the powers that be were trying to tell me? Ah, nope. Wrong button. Especially since we were short on food. One less mouth to feed would help everyone else. My boss at the convenience store could save on my salary. Someone else could rent my apartment. There are more than a few reasons to die here. Everyone would be better off without me. Ugh. No. This was not how I was gonna go out. But my last spurt of energy escaped me and my head drooped to the floor, my forehead resting against the hard wood. My strength was failing me. Fuck. Propping my chin on the floor, I managed to look up, the encroaching flames hot against my skin. All I could see was a wall of burning red as the fire consumed the cabin. Even this island, the only place where I felt like I could belong, was being taken away from me. Listen, you might want to die, but if you do that, I can't get Masugi, so get your butt off the bed. Well, he got depresso fast. I scrabbled at the soot-stained floorboards. I wasn't gonna die here. My life didn't exist for other people's benefit. Squinting through the haze of smoke, I could still make out the shape of the front door. Gathering my remaining energy, I start to crawl towards it. I knew I'd pass out if I didn't stay focused. It's good staying low to the ground, though, because most of the smoke will go up to the top, so air will be a little bit clearer down there towards the bottom. Fuck, I was pathetic. People would laugh if they saw me like this. Saw how desperate I was to live. But that was fine by me. They could go ahead and laugh. If my death would bring someone joy, then I was gonna fucking live. This was my revenge. Okay. If it works for you, go for it, bud. Everyone else deserved to suffer. But even so, I couldn't deny that I hesitated for a moment before resolving to escape. Perhaps I would have been better off just staying where I was. Azuma! Getting out was no easy task. Wait. Somebody definitely set the fire. Look, the cabin next to it's on fire too. Look at that. The cabin next to us is on fire. One of those freaking idiots set the fires, didn't they? So we're all going to be homeless now. I didn't have the strength to stand, and even by stretching out my arm, I couldn't reach the doorknob from my position on the floor. Eventually, I managed to drag myself up against a wall, but the doorknob was scorching hot, and I struggled to open it. Never mind, he's fine. The floor is also on fire. How is on the floor? There's like a little heart button here, and it's like covering up the last word, so I have problems reading the last word normally. How is he on the floor? Azuma, can you hear me? Hey! I opened my eyes a crack. Instead of dazzling array of stars welcoming back, the sky above was obscured by heavy clouds. I'm fine. Thank fuck. Now we gotta get away from here. God damn it. What the hell? Did you lock your door, you fucking idiot? I couldn't get in. I was just about to smash a window when you... He sounded angry. Huh, that was unusual. But just hearing Masuda's voice was incredibly reassuring. I entrusted my body to him as the last of my strength deserted me. I didn't want anyone sneaking in to molest me in my sleep. I mean, it makes sense to lock your door. Don't yell at us for locking our door at night, because that's what people do. He's being safe. Here we go, Masuga fanning the flames with his hot breath. No one tried to go in. Never mind. That's why. I mean, would you not lock your door? Around total strangers in the middle of nowhere? I would lock my door. I mean, I would either go get, like, the keys, the spare keys that I'm sure is in, like, the main hut, and then unlock the door in the case of an emergency, or smash the freaking window. Dude, don't yell at us for locking our door. That makes total sense. You didn't want people to sneak in to molest him. I don't blame him. I managed to joke in a hoarse voice before my head lulled again, but Mizuga grabbed my arm hard. You fucking dumbass. I wonder why I felt so at peace looking into Masuda's face. Hey, get a grip. Yeah, I would lock my door, too. I wouldn't want anyone walking on in on me reading Diamond Mirage. Okay. Point taken. Mizuga forcefully grabbed my arm over his shoulder, started to jog away from the cabin, dragging me along with him. My feet hurt. Naturally, I hadn't had the chance to put my shoes on, so my bare feet were scraping along the ground. Deal with it, we're almost there. I probably just nodded obediently at his curt words. As promised, minutes later, he placed me down onto something soft. Grass unfolded before me, and I recognized that we were in the square. How do you feel now? Are you in pain? Feeling cold? He peered into my face, eyes dark and serious. I didn't realize it before because he always had kind of intimidating air to him. But Masuda was actually pretty handsome. Nope, we're not barking up that tree. I'm really fucking sleepy. Masuda's eyes widened for a moment before he let out a sigh of relief. Figures, then you should sleep. Aren't you worried about smoke inhalation, dude? We might be tired because our lungs are full of smoke. Carbon monoxide poisoning. He gave me a gentle pat on the stomach with his large palm. We're out in the open, but go ahead and rest. Where's everybody else? Where are the others? Are they just dead? Yes, agreed. Masugi, I'm going back over there. I'll leave him in your hand. Oh, okay. Well, the others are here. Mizugi, I'm going back over there. I'll leave him in your hands. Come get me if anything happens. Got it. Oh, I want to see what his nightshirt looks like. Mizugi. I turned my head to look at him, sitting beside me, looking down at me with that familiar cold stare of his. His hand reached towards my face. I didn't have the energy to move away from it. Oh, Masugi's fingers were on my hair. He brushed back my bangs, which had gotten messedly plastered over my face during my escape. Despite his annoyed expression, his voice was a little gentler than usual. You're tougher than you look. Look, a smile! He's smiling! He's smiling! Was he implying that I looked weak? Oh, whatever. I was too sleepy for his shit. Why would you pat our stomach? Are we a dog? Exactly. See, Mizuki knows what's going on. He was like touching our hair and gently pulling it out of the way. He doesn't sleep in a cute ponytail. Lame. Okay. How would ponytails be comfortable, though? Unless you're, like, sleeping on your side because you have, like, the hair bow holding it on. Wouldn't that be uncomfortable? Is his hair long? Yeah, his hair is long enough he could put it in a ponytail, though. It would be cute to see it up in a ponytail. Smile! He smiled! I wanted to respond, but my consciousness faded out before I could get the words out. I smelled burning. Was it me? Was I burning? Didn't I manage to escape? The questions forced me awake. Ponytails are uncomfortable. Achoo! Gross. You're awake. I looked blearily in the direction of the voice. I saw that Masugi was still beside me. You can sleep in a low pony. I do it a lot. Or like a really high one on the top of the head. I actually used to let my hair get pretty long. Because, you know, I thought it looked cool. But, I roll around a lot in my sleep. So, my hair, if it starts getting long, gets, like, caught on my shoulders. And it wakes me up. So, I just, like... I just, like, cut my hair off. Above my shoulders. So, if it starts getting caught while I'm rolling around in my sleep, that's when I cut my hair off. So, I don't sleep in ponytails. So, my hair kind of is like my model's hair, actually. Just like all short. Whee! Because long hair can be a hassle. It looks nice, but it can be a hassle. Let me see. There we go. I was looking a little wonky. Bahaha. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. A bun. In a different story, he could have a bun. Okay, true. True. If it's on top of the head, it wouldn't bother during sleep. I now sleep in a braid. I recently got a trim, and by trim, I mean haircut. The lady cut 3 inches of my hair. Oof. Oof. You say trim in 3 inches? That is not a trim. That is not a trim. That's a cut. A trim's just like straightening up the edges, isn't it? I mean, I haven't been to a hairstylist in a very long time. Last time I went, they got my hair crooked. It was very crooked. So I just cut my own hair. Your model's hair is long, just a little shorter to my hair. Yeah. It's a little longer in the back. Yeah, my in real life hair is like about as long as this too. About shoulder length. Because yay. Aw, I still love my hair. It's so flowy. Okay. Okay, I'm done playing. Okay, we somehow got on the topic with hair. His hair is... I mean, he could have pulled it back. I'll bring another blanket if you're cold. He's being nice to us. We almost died, so he's being nice to us. No. I'm fine. I'm getting up. I have the longest length of the group. I think you do. I stopped Mizugi from leaving, and I slowly maneuvered myself to a sitting position. While I still felt pretty drained, I was at least lucid now. I had made it out of the burning cabin in one piece. Mizugi watched me with narrowed eyes. I'm glad you're okay. Although we can't really be sure since we don't have a doctor to check you over. Okay, we're doing really good at getting off topic a lot during the stream, so I'm just going to do it again. They are in a tropical environment, like, it's supposed to be like a, you know, an island, and they're all wearing long sleeves. I'd be wearing tank tops to sleep in. Come on. Oh, that is a cute shirt. Look at it, too. Is that 2 different shirts or one shirt with 2 different colors? I think it's 2 different colors, but look at that low V. We see his collarbones. It took death for him to be nice to us. Damn. I walked in looking like Mizugi and came out of there looking like Azuma. Oh no. Oh no, I would be mad. I would be mad at that. I'm glad you're okay, though we can't really be sure since we don't have a doctor to check you over. But look, doesn't it look like the next cabin over's burning too? But my eyes had been caught by something else. Over his shoulder, I could see that 2 log cabins were burning. Cabin C and D were still spewing up a tall columns of black smoke and billowing flames into the night sky. The crackle of the fire and snap of the crackling wood mingled in the forces of people watching the carnage, created an auditory pandemonium. Who's in cabin C? I don't remember. That was also the word I'd use to describe my mental state. What's happening? I had no idea what was going on. It's the fire. But how? I mean, we gotta put it out. I tried to stand up, but Mizuki spoke flatly. We all decided that it would be a waste of water. Besides, we were already too late. We were just waiting for the fire to run its course. It's all we can do. Judging by how it's burning, the fire probably started in cabin C. We still don't know what caused it. Who's in cabin C? I forgot. But don't get your hopes up. No police here. The cabins aren't that big, so they won't burn for long. There aren't too many trees close by, and as of right now, there's no danger of the forest catching fire. Looking in the direction of the wind and the size of the fire, we'll doubt it spread any further. It looks bad, but it's actually already dying down. Cabin D, where you were, is still on fire, but that's starting to burn out now, too. Mizuki spoke calmly while watching the flickering flames. Where's our twink? Yeah, was he in cabin C? Yeah, true, they must be so hot. I know, right? I don't get it. Unless it's like in the dead of winter, like, personally, I sleep in, like, tank tops and shorts. It's like, dude. Yeah, Mizuki is in a top. Look at that V-cut shirt. Will this lead to us to sharing rooms with others? Ooh, it could. It could. And then they were roommates. All we can do is wait. Speechless, I closed my mouth. As I was wondering whether I should sit back down or go join the others, I saw Masuga trudging towards us. He looked tired as hell, his eyes sunken. Hey, he's got his overshirt off now. Or his jacket off. I don't know why I just discovered that. Well, just realized the description is saying, will paradise turn to hell and now everything is burning? Yeah. Sorry. I didn't expect it. It just happened. Oh my god, they were roommates. Can we choose our roommate? Any luck? Mizuki asked in a grave tone. Masuda shook his head. No. Feeling the tension in the air, I couldn't help but ask, what are you talking about? The two of them looked at me, their lips set in hard lines. Mizuki averted his gaze first. Someone might have died. What? We can't find the guy from cabin C anywhere. Or he could have said it and took the boat and left. He was still inside. The thought rendered me speechless. He was still inside that burning cabin in the midst of the raging fire. Okay, what if it was Crew Cut Guy, and Crew Cut Guy set a fire to cover his tracks, left in the middle of the night, took the raft, and left on his own? That's my theory. I got my theory shirt on. His buddy said they hadn't seen him since he went back to his room. What are those mussels for, Masuga? You have not caught a single fish. Some of the guys are still searching the area. I tried to stop them, but they insisted. I doubt he managed to get lost, and he'd have no reason to go wandering the forest in the middle of the night to start with. He could have come to me for food if he was hungry. It sounded harsh, but we shouldn't waste our energy on a futile task, so I've left the search to those who want to do it. I see. We're not even saying who it is. We're just like the guy. A guy. So we really don't care about cannon fodder, do we? With nothing else to say, I looked down. It was awful to admit it, but searching for him was the last thing on my mind. It took 4 hours for the fire to burn itself out. My throat was still hoarse, but other than some pain where I hit my hip during my escape, I was basically unsazed. Takara, Hongu, and Shimada were all overjoyed to see I was safe. Thank goodness. It took me such an awful long time to find a key. I don't know what I would have done if something even more terrible happened to one of you. Well, that explains why the door hadn't been unlocked. It better not be Glasses-kun. I'll flip this game. I heard you inhaled quite a bit of smoke, but it's incredible you made it out unscathed. You could just be lucky, but they do say you make your own luck. I'm so glad you're okay. When I heard the fire had reached your cabin, I was beside myself. I am so relieved. I think he cared more about us than the other two. Well, I think it's safe to say our extra clothes are gone. Earlier, I managed to recover my shoes from the half-burned room. Since most of my stuff was stained with soot, all I had left now was an unusable, scorching smartphone and a few items of clothing that had escaped damage. Okay, so we do have some clothes. So my mountain of towels all met their demise, huh? Well, who gave a crap about towels anyway? As for the guy in cabin C, at first I had no idea who they were talking about, but soon I found out it was Mushroom Guy. Armin! Aw, our Omega is worried. The group had gone searching for him consisted of the other 3 guys who'd been his constant companions on the island, plus Hongu. But they come back with lowered heads right around when the fire died out, unable to find him. Did you see if the raft was still there? I am not saying he's dead until we either see a body or the raft. Please do be careful. It was decided that 2 people would search the still smoking remains of the cabin. We didn't want to put Hongu in any danger. BS, the cabin was made with wood. How is it still standing? Exactly. That thing would be burning until it was ashes on the ground, okay? Unless that's fake wood. Maybe it's concrete in the shape of wood, okay? That would be like ashes in the ground. We didn't want to put Hongu in any danger since he was instrumental in trying to re-establish contact with the mainland, so Crew Cut Kai teamed up with Masuda for the job. Yeah, sending in the muscle crew. They stood in front of the blackened shell of the cabin with a bunch of tools in their hands. The door was ash and the windows in smithereens, so the entrance was now just a yawning black hole. Let's go. Crew Cut Guy took the lead. Right behind you. Masuga nodded, following behind the other guy as he stepped gingerly through what used to be the entrance. Will they be okay? Okay, if the roof hasn't collapsed by now, if they're... Look, actually, this is our cabin. This is our cabin, and this is the other cabin. Look, part of the roof is already, like, broken off of it. So, I mean, it could have, like... You could have the risk of a part of the roof falling in. Okay? But they're just poking in to see if they find a body, okay? Can't even have real wood in the forest cheap states. How are they being cheap if they didn't even, like, use the wood around the place, is my question. Beside me, Takara's brow was furrowed with concern. Let me get a drink. They'll be fine. The fire's out. Plus, it's only a small cabin, so even if the building collapsed, we can get them out. Even standing this far from the charred wood remains, a bitter, burnt smell assaulted our nostrils, hinting at the severity of the situation within. Everyone watched the 2 figures with bated breath as they disappeared in the darkness. Then, only a few minutes later, someone reappeared. It was Masuga. Are you alright? Some people in the waiting group expressed relief that Masuda had emerged safely. Others were clearly tense, wondering whether they found the mushroom guy inside. So, some were probably also holding on to a faint hope that they see 3 figures emerging from the wreck. Fuck. Suddenly, crew cut guy burst out of the building, pushing roughly past Masuda. He passed right by us, an expression of anguish contorting his face, then fell to his knees on the bare ground. Shimada was holding his DSLR rather than the digital camera that accompanied him recently. He wasn't smiling. He was staring intently at Masuda, and maybe it was just my imagination, but I thought it looked like he was about to raise the camera in his trembling hand. Masuda slowly shook his head. That one small gesture told us all we needed to know. The inside of the cabin was still scorching hot and filled with rancid stench. It would take a while for every last ember to die down completely. There was a human-shaped figure lying on what used to be a bed. Its surface, a mottled mix of black and red, just like the fire itself. It wasn't completely burned to a crisp, but one look was enough to confirm that it was no longer alive. Masuga stood beside the figure with his head lowered in mourning. May he rest in peace. He murmured a small prayer. Shimada took a photo, but no one seemed to have the will to reboot him for it. Masugi's brows were furrowed and his arms folded as he looked down on the dead body before him. Hongu's expression contorted and he hung his head in regret. "Oh no," Zakara murmured, his eyes wide. No way. No, it can't be." Looking dazed, long-haired guy fearfully a step... Wait. We went... Not that far! What the fuck? I wanted to go back one page! What the fuck? No! No! Oh my god, no! What? That is ridiculous! Oh my... Okay. Oh my god, I wanted to do that, but it wasn't working. Oh my god. Okay, let's see what you guys said first. By the way, I have a novel recommendation for you called The Guild Member Next Door. I have never heard of that. Damn. Rest in peace. He got turned into barbecue. That would have been us. Yeah, I know. I messed up. Make your drinking water. Can I jump back to where I was? Okay, there we go. What? Okay, I guess we're not reading whatever I missed. Okay, we're good. I took you back. Never use the rewind button again. No, I just wanted to go back one page. No. Okay, I guess whatever was said, we're not gonna know. It is a mystery. Together with Glasses Guy, they peered down at the thing on the bed, then... Glasses Guy staggered back, his face is... You would think we would know everybody's name by now! You could tell who else is probably gonna die, right? Long-haired guy continued to stare intently down at the corpse as though he couldn't tear his gaze away. Wind rustled through the trees outside. Look at the lock. You are a genius, Ohilia. You are a genius. I don't think I've ever used a log. No way. It can't be. Looking dazed, long-haired guy fearfully took... This is what I was gonna go back to, actually. Look, this isn't right. Looking dazed, long-haired guy fearfully a step forward. It should be took in here. Took a step forward. Together with Glasses Guy, they peered down the... Okay. How do I get... There we go. Okay. Is that really him? Ain't like we can tell from his face. Who else is on this island with us, buddy? You are in denial. His lips twisted into an empty smile as he abruptly turned around. Was it you? He spat the question in Crew Cut Guy's direction. Did you start the fire? Huh? Me? What? Why would he start a fire? Huh? We all looked at one another. The hell you're talking about? Why the fuck would I do that? You're the only one with a motive. You wouldn't lay off him. You were pissed at him and you killed him. What the? Like hell I did. Oh, really? So you didn't want him out of the way. Maybe you just wanted to threaten him then, huh? How about that? You started a little fire just to spook him. That's all. But then it got out of control. And let the blame game begin. Exactly. That's why you're so scared. Because your stupid little prank went off the rails and now someone is dead because you killed him. Tch. Crew Cut Guy moved swiftly, bearing down on long-haired guy. Say that again, you piece of shit. Who died? Mushroom Guy. The Armin look-like. Hey, hold up, stop. Hey, what are you doing? Hongu, get his other side. Okay. Snapping back to our senses, we all moved as one to stop Crew Cut Guy from tackling long-haired guy. We would have known their names by now. This is ridiculous. We're like, what, 7 days in and we don't know their names? No, not Armin. Yep, Armin. You fucking bastard. You're a murderer. You're the one who should have died. Hongu was struggling to hold back long-haired guy as he writhed and bellowed in anger. Please stop this. We just step outside. Ugh. Crew Cut Guy's eyes were wide and bloodshot as he stared fixedly at his adversary. He fought frantically against us, desperately struggling to get even one step closer to his target. Come at me, bro. You want to kill me too? Is that it? I'd like to see you fucking try. I bet it was lightning. They can make sprites, but they can't give them names. I mean, if we only saw them like very, very rarely, I would understand. But these guys have popped up a lot in the story so far. They should have names. Maybe they're trying to differentiate between who we can have a route with and who we can't. But come on, you could at least give them names and, you know, state these people are who you can have a route with, because come on. NPCs don't find peace, apparently. Like, are the other 3 ones going to end up dead too, is my question. Shimada finally let go of his camera and joined the fray, and they managed to bundle long-haired guy out of the building. His voice faded into the distance as they dragged him away. The whole time he spat out curses at the trees, the grass, the sky, and the sea. You'd love to throw your weight around and argue and fight, but you were too much of a fucking coward to kill him with your own hands. You're a spineless fucking coward. You didn't have the guts to kill him like a man, so you started a fire. How much you want to bet long-haired guy or Crew Cut Guy ends up dead next? I'd do it. Crew Cut Guy is called Mike. Glasses Cunt is called Rin. And long-haired guy is called Shane. Done. I think he needs a different name. Rin is too... Rin? Okay, for Glasses to have Rin. Okay, that's okay for that one. I like the name Rin. You did this. You deserve this. Burn and die. That wasn't a spoiler. Lol, I don't know what's happening next. Hongu brought a blanket to cover the body, but there was still smoke rising up from him, and Hongu hesitated, not wanting to burn the cloth. What's the point? You're leaving it over a dead body. I don't think you're going to take the blanket back. Shouldn't we bury him? Since it was an accident, I believe it's best to leave the scene as it is. I get that burying him would be the human thing to do, but he's right. Oh. It's not on us to make that call. Perhaps the stray cigarette was the cause of the fire. Hongu spoke faintly after taking a breath. No, he didn't smoke. At least I never saw him smoking, and he hated when people lit up around him. Takar stating the facts plainly, and the others nodded their agreement. Hongu lowered his gaze in defeat, and eyes drifting to the bed illuminated by lantern light. I think that's enough. This isn't the place for this discussion. Right. Masugi sighed and looked down for a brief moment as though in silent prayer before exiting the cabin. Masugi, can we room with you? After that, we each murmured our own prayers before following suit. Amid the choking clench of smoke, it somehow felt like karma. So, what did cause the fire? It was Hongu who responded to my questions, although it didn't amount to much of an answer. We still don't know. Having said that, I think it's safe to assume that the mostly badly burnt area is where the fire originated. But that's hard to determine without specialist knowledge, and I'm afraid all I can say is that everything looks burned thoroughly. The situation had calmed down for now, so everyone's thoughts were on trying to figure out how the fire started. Once we were all outside again, Crew Cut Guy had shut himself in his room, saying he needed to be alone, while Long-Haired Guy in Glasses stayed in front of the ruins of the cabin. Roommates! Roommates! I mean, it's not like anyone could expect us to know. After we had formed a bucket brigade and tried and failed to extinguish the still smoking embers of the fire with buckets of seawater, Hongu went ahead into the smoking building anyway. Now that he was back, he filled us in as he peeled off his gloves. Exactly. His ponytail had come undone and strands of hair fell across his sooty forehead. He looked completely defeated by the past few days. I don't think there's much we can do without the police or fire department. I expected as much. All we can really do is keep an eye out for the future fires. Masugi shrugged. Yes, I do want to get to the bottom of this, but as of now, we have no leads. So how about we put this aside now and think about what to do from here on out? Agreed. We need a bed. What if this wasn't an accident, but arson? Shimada suddenly spoke up while fiddling with his camera, his tone casual, but the word sharp. That's... Everyone fell silent. Then we'd have to do something about it, wouldn't we? No one dared respond to his uneasy question. After that, I went back to check on my own cabin, but the burnt stench was too overpowering, so I ended up bedding down into Kara's room instead. Okay. I guess that's acceptable for right now. This is what you get for going somewhere with no Wi-Fi in a society that runs on Wi-Fi. I mean... Alright, we can end here now. Because I was trying to get past the day, but we can end here, I do believe. No! We've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Wait, you want me to keep going? If we did keep going, we'd have to take a break for a while. My throat's starting to get to me. So I'd have to make more tea. But... do you guys think it was an accident? Like, lightning or maybe a shorted fuse or something? Or do you think, Crew Cut Guy did kill him? Or maybe even Long Hair Guy? Wrong person's room! Yeah, maybe we can slide into Mizugi's room later. I mean, I have to leave to work soon. Okay, so yeah, it is okay with me saying. Alright, good night. I'll give you the novel name I'm assessed on Discord. Yeah, please do. I'd love to see what you're into. I'm currently reading 2 different dames at the same time. I'm reading, what was it? The Sickly Beauty Substitute Called It Quits. As long as I'm rereading, The Wife is First. I don't know what genre this game is, so it could be both, but my bed is lightning. Yeah, but it wasn't storming yet. Could be heat lightning, though. That's the thing. But I mean, it was a good thing Azuma actually woke up, because clearly Mushroom Guy, Armin, died in his bed. He was in the bed, so smoke inhalation got to him before he became conscious. Asuma was very close to dying that way. After all, if Asuma couldn't fear that fire, I doubt he would hear. Yeah, he couldn't feel the fire. So you can't really hear lightning, but I mean, it hitting something and causing a fire can be very loud. Okay, it would have been very. Oh, I might need to save the game. Let's see. Quick save. I don't like it when it teaches people. Let's see. I hit quick save. There we go. Save. Yes. Gee. There we go. We are on number 3. I don't see the point in doing extra ones because as long as this game is, I don't think we're going to go back and do any more options. We're just going to straight up just go through it once. Okay.
おや、もういいのですか？残念ですね。まだ話していないことがたくさんあるのですが。
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys what it was like to close the game because that's what it's like. They talk to you. Apparently they're saying something. It's in Japanese, so I don't know what they're saying, but they're clearly not happy with us leaving. After Masugi, we're done. Nothing else matters. Yeah, we're here for the blonde boy. But hey, we made good strides in our relationship with him today. We actually got him to blush, and we agreed we liked his smell. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. Thank you, all my chickadees, for joining the stream. We might stream this again next week because we haven't streamed it in a while. I was very close to streaming Sally Face today, and I'm like, you know what, we need to do Paradise. So that's how I ended up doing Paradise instead today. But it did pick up quite well. So there is voice acting, and they didn't want to add it. There is voice acting, but I muted it. Yeah. I muted it because it was annoying the hell out of me. It's in Japanese, but where I read everything, I was having to wait for it to finish, and I was getting very frustrated, so I muted it. It is fully voice acted. Yes, complimenting pheromones is always a good move. Yeah, it is fully voice acted. It's in Japanese. It is added, I just muted it. Okay, fair. Yeah, I was losing my mind. It was either I muted it or we stopped playing altogether, because I was getting very frustrated. But yeah, this is a stream-friendly version, so I don't think we're going to have any spicy scenes. We might get, like, summaries of spicy scenes and, like, us, you know, the friendly versions of it. But, yeah, this key was given to me by the English publishers, so it is stream-friendly. But I'm still looking forward to it. Okay, yep, I am going to leave. I'm probably going to have to go make me another thing of tea because my throat is already killing me. But thank you guys for joining. As always, you can find me over in the Discord if you want to chat about any games that we've played or any books you're reading. And the upload schedule should be back up for one every other day. I need to record 2 more before my work trip this weekend. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the next stream. Bye.